is learning a lot of scales. I know it sounds funny, but I think, you know, we all know a lot of stuff already. Sometimes we need to use what we know in a different way, and this is kind of the purpose of our hang today. We're gonna take a simple chord progression and we're gonna use only pentatonic, but we'll use different pentatonic centers to highlight different tensions, different colors. Basically, we're gonna use 4 levels of different sounds to get us to play really cool stuff without learning anything new, because you know these scales. Level 1. We picked a very simple chord progression, but also quite satisfying. D minor 7, maybe minor 7, 9 to A minor. I'm gonna loop it for a second. What would you play on this? Right, so he's saying A minor, right?
Yeah.
What else?
D minor.
Cool. Question. How long have you been playing pentatonics? Talking years, months, decades? Drop a comment. Which I 100% agree, and I think this is kind of maybe the basic notion that we'd have, because we have the chord D minor, we have the chord A minor, and these 2 chords are functioning in a relationship of 4-1. All good so far. Again, of course, we play the D minor over the A minor, we'll get the flat 6, which could be cool and interesting, but nothing crazy. So far, so good. This is automatic. In case you don't know A minor and D minor, really quickly, I just show you the position, because we're actually going to use mainly 3 pentatonic keys or centers: A minor, D minor, and E minor, which I feel like a lot of us know, but we're going to mix them in a different way so we can get really cool sounds. So a really quick rundown. A minor, that's it. A minor, the classic box that we all know. D minor, hit me. Right, and notice that, right, he started the D minor, boom, 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 the same way, right? Because A and C are common tones in we have that F and D minor, but the first 3 notes were the same as A minor. All right, cool. So now what I want to do is first hearing E minor pentatonic. So I'm going to loop it for a second, and you, how about you solo a little bit on E minor pentatonic?
Okay.
Right, that sound of the 9, the B natural here, it's really beautiful. Cool. So, like you see, this is really simple, but I'm literally using and utilizing a scale, E minor pentatonic. You know D minor, you also know E minor guitar. If you're feeling this video, please check out the Patreon. There's a PDF for this video as well as other videos and stuff that you might dig. So thank you. The point of this is we know something very simple and we can just superimpose it. So now let's try to mix all these 3 centers. So A minor, D minor, E minor, and shifting between them back and forth. So we have these different colors.
A minor. D minor. E minor.
Nice. A minor to D minor to E minor, back to A minor, now D minor to E minor, and then A minor. So just the mix, I mean, gives us these cool centers to shift between. But I think it's great and all, but we can kind of kick it another notch where we add what?
Chromatics.
Yeah, I feel that. The ending, like how we finish the phrase, is really important. So I think a big part of the chromatic ideas leads to the point of resolution, right? So if I'm playing like something even really out, if I'm playing like, okay, I'm gonna play the most wrong thing, I'll play just half step above, but I'll try to resolve it on the downbeat, so it will feel hopefully correct. Let's try it. Right, so even that, I was like literally playing B flat, pentatonic, and then resolving to A minor. This is harsh, right? But it's the same concept of the chromaticism, where we have tension that is being created, and eventually we resolve it. What I was doing was taking different ideas, but then shifting them basically in chromatic ways, the same way. Basically, if I take this idea, right, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just A minor. We can use some of the ideas that have more fourth stuff. And move it. The same thing in cross strings. And if we end it on a strong place, harmonically and rhythmically, then it can make sense. The same way that I use some of these bigger shapes, basically this one and maybe this one. So then it's intense, but I think it's interesting to find these shapes that are like not just scale. What did you do?
I decided instead of just trying to stick into that one position, perhaps I would just try and stretch things out. So maybe for the A minor stuff, I hit slid up to an A, walk down. I mean that's our A minor 7 arpeggio, but like if we play around with even just the geometry of it, like
yeah,
there's some cool stuff there.
That's really cool. So play that again, the A minor.
Sure.
Just the shape, I mean.
Oh. Or even.
So I guess what I'm hearing that you're doing doubles, right? So you're basically playing this like A minor scale with 3 notes per string.
Yeah, that's
right
in there.
So yeah, what Gabe was doing there, as far as I'm kind of hearing, is like playing the A minor scale but with 3 notes per string, which means that we have doubles. If we shift here to this position, we'll play these notes. And you just played it here, I guess, which is really cool because that when we double these notes, they you know, it's a different sound and just like, I don't know, it sounds really cool. It was beautiful. I was like, ah.
Absolutely, and I also feel like all of these other shapes like just live inside, so I could even do something like
using
yeah. Right.
yeah, totally. Right, so what I was doing, you did something a little different, but I was doing like 2, 1, I guess using the position of the A minor with the 3 notes per string. But this time doing 2 notes, 1 note, 2 notes, 1 note, 2 notes. Then it gives us these kind of arpeggios. And it doesn't have to be the full thing, but just like the idea of the intervals. So it's not as linear, I guess, in a way. It's just jumpy.
Yeah.
Let's give it one more shot.
Sure.
1, 2. I think the point of this conversation is just to kind of feel free to explore using what we know. So that means, again, pentatonic shapes, simple shapes that are like, what happens when we move them? Again, it doesn't have to be in a kind of annoying way. I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? It could be musical. There is a lot of music in repetition and patterns. We just need to try and hear it. We need to try and sing it, and we need to try and explore the centers and how they relate to each other. And I think once there's also a rhythmic sense of the flow and the groove, then everything can sound better and stronger. And it's an exploration process. So, you know, I think if you're interested in this path of finding different colors and exploring, just do it. You know, there's no better day than today.
There's no wrong way either.
That's true. It's totally true. Thanks so much for listening. I hope this was fun and interesting. Thank you, dude. As always, super fun to hang. This is Gabby, and he's awesome. Great dude, great guitar player. Check him out. He has a lot of music, and link below.